In addition, if you're watching this in the local area and when we get down to getting ready for launch and you're looking to go outside, please take into consideration there will be a bit of delay. So when you're hearing me speak, if I'm, might be 30 seconds to a minute different from the actual launch time. So just take that into consideration when you're gathering up the family to go outside. Also, if you go outside or you're in not just the local area, but anywhere where you could see this launch, feel free to take a shot of it and take a photo and send it to our social media streams. Again, our brilliant social media lead will be glad to accept your photos, and we would love to see what you're seeing from where you're viewing from tonight. Once again, if you're just joining us from Launch Control, we are a T minus 10 minutes in holding tonight for the launch of the Black Brant 12 with a kinetics mission. Winds and surveillance are all green at Wallops Flight Facility. Bermuda currently has some clouds, but is remaining very optimistic as the principal investigator indicates potential clearing. So we've counted down and we're holding currently at T minus 10 minutes. Gives us some more time to get things ready for a launch. Gives us a little bit more time to get that clearing in Bermuda. Once things are clear, we'll go ahead and pick up the count. At this moment, we will hold until we get an opportunity for clearing. Our launch window this evening runs to 8:54 p.m. Eastern, so we have plenty of time for that clearing. So we're just going to remain patient. The PI just reported to continue to hold for now and not pick up the count rate at 8:04 p.m. To manage expectations, I wanted to let you know again, it's a little cloudy at Wallops tonight. Doesn't appear to be too much of a concern to the launch team, but just for expectations for those of you that are watching our stream, I wanted to let you know that it's possible our tracking cameras won't be able to see the rocket for very long, given the fact that it is cloudy tonight. It's just one of those challenges we have to work with. So I think that we'll all be okay with that if we could get the rocket off the ground tonight for sure. Another question we've received pretty frequently is about this being the final night of the window, and why exactly is that the case? Why can't you just keep trying? Well, the challenge we're experiencing now, if we continue going, is that the moon is actually too far above the horizon, and the principal investigator and his team will no longer be able to see the barium vapors, which is a key part of the mission. So if we are unable to launch tonight, which again, fingers crossed, we're remaining very optimistic. But if something happens and we're unable to do that, it will have to be rescheduled for later in the year. Some fun facts for you about the rocket. Again, I told you a little earlier, if you've been listening for a few minutes, that the Black Brant 12 is 71.5 feet tall. That's about a 7-story building. The payload weighs around 900 pounds. And again, this is a 4-stage vehicle. It's the Talos, Terrier, Black Brant, and the Nika. The Talos burns out at about 6.4 seconds, which is about 1 mile at altitude. The Terrier ignites at 25 seconds. Black Brant, 35 seconds is when that ignites, and the Nika at 95 seconds, and that will be the final stage ignites at about 60 miles altitude. And again, at apogee, it's traveling at 7,000 miles per hour. The barium releases take place between 9 and 10 minutes after launch, and that's at about 217 to 249 miles altitude, some 550-ish miles away downrange from Wallops, which is pretty close to Bermuda, which is why Bermuda plays such an important factor in this mission. Apogee for this mission is 302 miles. If you're just joining us this evening, we are currently at T-minus 10 minutes and holding for the kinetics launch of the Black Brant 12 launch for the kinetics mission from NASA's Wallops Flight Facility in Virginia.
TD. Balloon data still green for the main vehicle. If we'd like, we could do a refresh or launcher settings, or we could wait till if we pick up the count at T-minus 10. Your choice. Go ahead and send them. Roger. ROA, RSO?
Go for ROA.
Launcher setting refresh. Set azimuth 100.6. Set elevation 79.7.
Azimuth 100.6. Elevation 79.7.
Good readback.
LC, this is ROA.
This is LC.
Set 50K launcher to settings azimuth 100.6. Elevation 79.7.
And work.
So as you heard, our range safety report all remains green from Wallops in terms of winds and surveillance for this launch. If you're just joining us, we're at T-minus 10 minutes and holding for the launch of the Black Brant 12 tonight from Wallops Flight Facility. We are currently holding because Bermuda has clouds. However, the PI is remaining optimistic.
Give you the 10-minute hold. Tim, copies. TD, did you catch that transmission?
Copy.
Earliest possible pickup of the count would be 0024.
So as you heard, the PI indicates he would still like to remain in a hold status. He's feeling optimistic. There are some clouds in Bermuda, however, that does look like they potentially could clear. He's asking to hold again for another 10 minutes just to evaluate the situation. So we will remain on a hold at this time, and in hopes that we will be able to get a clearing and an opportunity to launch this Black Brant 12 tonight. So again, we're feeling optimistic here. We're all having our fingers crossed, sending good vibes and good juju to this rocket. Don't stop believing. The kinetics mission stands for the Kinetic Scale Energy and Momentum Transport Experiment, otherwise known as kinetics. It's designed to study a very fundamental problem in space plasmas, namely how are energy and momentum transported between different regions of space that are magnetically connected. If you're curious, yes, I did read that. That is a very complicated description and a very complicated experiment for sure. So definitely took advantage of the cliff notes for that. This mission includes release of barium vapors, as we've talked about earlier, that will be forming two green-violet vapor clouds that may be visible for about 30 seconds. It's not harmful to the environment, not harmful to the public. They will be released about 9 minutes and 30 seconds between 9 minutes and 30 seconds and 10 minutes after launch. That's about 217 to 249 miles altitude over the Atlantic Ocean, and about 540 to 560 miles downrange from Wallops, just north of Bermuda. Again, that shows exactly why Bermuda, the clouds around Bermuda, play such an important role in this mission. Immediately after the release of the vapor, the clouds are a mixture of green and violet, but that phase only lasts about 30 seconds. After exposure to sunlight, the vapor clouds quickly ionize and take on a violet color. In general, humans do not see violet colors very well in darkness, so therefore the clouds may be a little bit more difficult to see than some of the previous vapor missions launched from Wallops that have produced a very bright, vibrant color. This might be a little bit more of a challenge to see. And a reminder for expectations, given the fact that we do have a little bit of a cloud, a deck here at Wallops, it's possible our tracking cameras won't be able to see the rocket very long. So we will try our best to make sure we're able to stay visual on the rocket for as long as we can, but just to let you know. And also, if you're planning to go outside and try to view this rocket launch, just remember that there is a little bit of a delay. So if we're counting down, we're about 1 minute here, it's possible you'll actually, we'll be launching from the time you hear it to the time you actually see it. So just be aware of that as you're planning for your time outside. Thanks to everyone that have submitted questions so far on social media. If you have questions, feel free to submit them. When the launch happens, feel free to take photos and post them on our Facebook or tweet them, post on our Instagram page, all of the social media avenues. We'll be glad to see what you're able to see where you are.
TD. Sir, latest balloon data, we are still green for the main vehicle. Launcher refresh, please. Use question. ROA, RSO.
Go for ROA.
Launcher refresh. Set azimuth 100.2. Set elevation 79.7.
Azimuth 100.2, elevation 79.7.
That's a good readback.
LC, this is ROA.
This is LC.
Set 50K launcher to settings, azimuth 100.2, elevation 79.7.
And work. ROA, this is LC. 50K launcher settings are azimuth 100.2, elevation 79.7.
Good readback.
PI to PM.
Go ahead.
We will continue the 10-minute hold.
PM copies. We'll continue the 10-minute hold. Next available countdown pickup will be 0034.
AV copies.
So if you're just joining us, we are currently at T-minus 10 minutes and holding for the Kinetics Black Brant XII suborbital sounding rocket from NASA's Wallops Flight Facility in Wallops Island, Virginia. The principal investigator just reported we're going to remain in the hold for another 10 minutes. The next possible time we would pick up the count would be 8:34, I believe. We are holding currently for clouds in Bermuda. It does appear that the clouds are potentially clearing. We remain very optimistic that that will happen. Tonight is the last night of the launch window. For those that have asked why exactly is that the case, it's because much after tonight, the moon would be too far above the horizon for the barium vapors to be viewed. Since that is the key part of this experiment, that really causes a problem, and we would not be able to launch with those conditions. So fingers crossed that we are able to get the clearing we're looking for in Bermuda, and we're able to launch tonight. I know everyone's excited to see this rocket launch from Wallops. If something were to happen and we were not be able to do that, it would launch sometime later in the year. So we had a question if we could explain the viewing map that we have been posting on social media and on our website at nasa.gov/wallops. Basically, wherever you are and whatever color you're located in, it just coincides with what amount of time you would be able to see the rocket in the sky. For example, if you live somewhere like Richmond, Virginia, you're in the 10 to 30 seconds range, meaning 10 to 30 seconds after we launch, you would be able to potentially see the rocket. Georgia, it's something like 60 to 90 seconds. So if you're on the East Coast, if you find where you are on the map and just coincide it with the map legend, that should give you an idea of after launch how long it would be before you could potentially see the rocket itself. That is not the barium vapors, that is just the rocket launching. And that's all based on things like atmospheric conditions to where you are. If it's very cloudy, obviously at your home, you're probably not going to see it as easily if it were a clear day. So our social media lead, Jamie, has just informed me that she's posted some guidance on where to look. For example, a lot of people have been asking, I live in Boston, for example, where should I look? Which direction? So Jamie has posted some information on that on our social media. But if you don't have social media, for example, um, Wallops is located on the Delmarva Peninsula on the coast of Virginia. So if you just kind of look at a general map of the United States and determine where the directionally speaking you are from Wallops Island, and then kind of point in that direction, if you will. But we are located on the Delmarva Peninsula on the coast of Virginia. Some more fun facts about the kinetics experiment. It consists of a single rocket launch, but it carries 7 separable payloads. Diagnostic instrumentation is carried on the main payload.
PM copies. We will be picking up the count at 0034. Should we be planning to hold at T-minus 3 minutes?
Only under my orders. Otherwise, we'll roll.
PM copies. TD copy.
TD copies. Programmer, you copy.
Programmer copy.
That's the news we've been waiting to hear, folks. We will be picking up the count in just a few moments. Picking up the count at about 8:34 p.m. Eastern for a T-minus 10 minute We'll be picking up the count at 8:34 with an estimated T0 or launch time of 8:44 p.m. Eastern. There is a possibility we would hold again at T-minus 3 minutes. That has not been determined yet, so we're counting down and again crossing fingers that will not have to be the case. But great news for now. We will be picking up the count in just a few moments.
Elevation 79.7.
And work. ROA, this is LC. 50K launcher settings are azimuth 100.6, elevation 79.7.
Good readback.
And ROA, RSO, they'll check 158 and 159.
ROA copies.
M&O PM.
M&O.
Turn on data recorders.
In work.
Turn mode count to convince in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark. 10 minutes and counting.
PM M&O, recorders are on.
PM copies, check 160.
Just a reminder, that count you just heard was to begin the terminal count. So we are now currently at T-minus 10 minutes and counting. Actually, it's T-minus 9 minutes and 41 seconds and counting.
CLC, check 161.
ACS, check 162.
EDS, check 164.
M&O PM.
M&O.
Set ground station levels and confirm.
In work. PM M&O, ground levels are confirmed.
PM copies, check 165.
If you're just joining us, we are counting down for the Black Brant XII launch from Wallops Island, Virginia for the kinetics mission. We are currently at T-minus 8 minutes and counting. We have been waiting for opportunities to be able to launch this rocket for about a week. Tonight is the last night of the countdown, and it sounds like we are finally potentially getting an opportunity with clear skies in Bermuda. So we are, again, crossing our fingers and hoping that pans out. There is a possibility we will do a 3-minute hold, but we are hoping that is not the case. So stay tuned with us in the next few minutes for more information from Wallops Island.
PTM, check 170.
Swarm check 171.
ACS, check 172.
PM MNO. Links are recorded and confirmed nominal, and we have a good lock on the transponder.
PM 69.
T-minus 5 minutes, 50 seconds and counting for the launch of the Black Brant XII from Wallops Islands. Stay with us.
PLC, check 173. PTM, check 174. PLC, check 175. PTM, check 176.
RSO, ROA.
Stand by. Go for RSO.
Provide final wind-weighted settings.
Set azimuth 100.8. Set elevation 79.7.
Azimuth 100.8, elevation 79.7.
Good readback.
Check 177. LC, this is ROA.
This is LC.
Set 50K launcher to final settings. Azimuth 100.8, elevation 79.7.
Break.
And
this is the RSO. Set elevation now 79.5. That is a correction that we're making right now. 79.5 for your elevation.
ROA copies. LC, do you copy?
LC copy. And work.
The team is just getting final launcher settings to get ready for launch. We're currently at T-minus 3 minutes, 30 seconds and counting.
Okay, final settings are azimuth 100.8, elevation 79.5.
Good readback. Check 178.
Reminder, if you're going outside in the local area or even in any part of the eastern United States, just remember that if you're listening to this, there's probably a delay, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 seconds to 1 minute. So just take that into account as you go outside. And again, take some photos if you're able to see the launch, post them so we can see what you're seeing. T-minus 3 minutes and counting.
PLC, check 179 and 180.
CPR check 181.
MNO PM.
MNO.
Verify no change in signal strength and deviation for all links. Verify nominal levels and report any changes in transponder interrogation.
In work. PLC, check 185. PLC, check 187. PM MNO. Signal strength has no change. Confirm nominal and no change to transponder.
PM copies, check 183 and 184.
PTM, check 186.
Mark, 2 minutes and counting.
50K launcher settings are elevation 79.5, azimuth 100.8.
Check 191.
EDS, check 190.
PLC, check 192. PTM, check 194.
T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds and
PLC,
counting.
check. ACS, check 193.
PLC, go.
Go.
PTM,
Go.
F10,
Go.
Swarm,
Go.
CPR,
Go.
ACS,
Go.
EDS,
Go.
Dartmouth,
Go.
Goddard,
Go.
UNH,
Go.
PI,
Go.
MM's go, SRPO,
SRPO, go.
Check 197.
1 minute.
All stations are go, reporting go for launch, 1 minute and counting on the final night of the countdown. Can't write a better story than this. -40 seconds.
-30.
Talos firing circuit armed.
20.
ACS check 199.
-10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. +1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
16
9,
tracking.
+10.
Radars 25 and 18 are tracking.
ACM is enabled.
20.
Radar 3 has a good track on the booster.
Second stage ignition.
Again, as we told you,
Second stage separation and third stage ignition.
it's a beautiful, beautiful show here. Again, if the camera you're on the screen right now is kind of in and out, again, based on the clouds in the Wallops area. But kudos to our tracking team, doing an awesome job of staying locked in.
+1 minute.
Third stage burnout.
OSS, this is RSO on channel 1. You're clear to the pad. Be advised there were some chunks coming down. We noticed on video. Over.
We have nose cone ejection. Third stage separation and fourth stage ignition. Burnout of fourth stage. D-spin.
2 minutes.
We have payload separation.
Radar 3 is on the main vehicle now. 2, 3, 5, and 18 are tracking.
Barium number 1 separation, number 2 separation.
The barium tracers have separated.
Bob A doors open, Bob A's eject. Positive door brake wires, micro switches on the Bob A's.
Hear them talking about
Hey, Bob.
Bob. They're
High power.
calling the
16 is seeing strong
secondary.
signal on ejectable.
They're calling the secondary payloads Bob. So if you hear them speak of Bob, that's what they're talking about.
TDR, so can you meet me on 5?
Well, folks, there you have it. It's like a great season finale of your favorite TV show, or the last fourth and goal on your favorite football team, and a touchdown at the end. So congratulations to the team for having this the tenacity to stay focused for this whole long window, and just to get this launch beautifully and perfectly tonight. So congratulations to the launch team, and thank you to everyone for staying with us over the past week. We appreciate your enthusiasm. We appreciate your encouragement, and for both commentator guy Keith and for myself, Rebecca, and Jamie, we are definitely very appreciative of all your support.
ACS pointing at second Bob target.
So that's about it from Wallops Island tonight. We will
Bob B,
have
doors open. Bob B is eject. Positive brake wires and marker switches.
sounds like the Bob's doors are
6
opening.
seeing strong signals on TM links 6 and 8.
Unfortunately, we're not going to have video of the vapor tracers. However, if you are still hanging around, you should see them, if you're going to be able to see them in your location, in about 5 minutes. We'll hang around here in case there are questions about it, but we are seeing some amazing imagery coming in of the launch from Facebook and Twitter. Again, if you have those photos, please post them so we can see them. Let us know where you're viewing from. We will hang out a little bit longer, but again, we won't have any video of the barium vapors. But I do, for those that are not going to hang with us, we do just again want to thank you for your encouragement and for staying with us over the past week. Again, like I said, this is like a season finale. Although it wasn't a cliffhanger this time, it was a successful ending that we were all looking to see. So congratulations to the Kinetics launch team. Again, please feel free to send us your photos, and we will share those later. We will have the official launch photos from our Range Optics team shortly. Those folks have to come back to the launch site or to the facility and upload those. So as soon as we get them, we will post them. If we get any photos of the vapor trails, we'll be glad to post them as well. But again, if you're interested in continuing the conversation with us, feel free to continue sending your questions along, and we'll be happy to answer them. But for those that are going to no longer hang with us, we wish you a wonderful evening from NASA's Wallops Flight Facility in Virginia. So far, it looks like have sightings in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Akron, Ohio, and Ottawa. So please continue to send us the locations. We're really excited to be able to track them to verify our viewing map. So very exciting to hear this. Continue to send us your information and your images. We're getting reports of the barium vapors being seen now. So if you're able to see them where you are, please let us know. We would love to know if you're able to see them. It would be a violet-ish color in the general vicinity of the launch. I see folks clapping in the control center, which often gives me good news. I see thumbs up.
Terrier, so go ahead. Yeah, I'll wait. You're clear to release the airspace. Yeah, standing by. We still have a few more minutes.
The clapping hands, thumbs up, excitement, high fives in the control room, air hugs and abound. That shows good signs from the PI and the launch team. So again, if you're able to see the cloud, please feel free to take a photo and send it to us, tweet us, or post it in a comment on Facebook. Again, send us your launch images if you were able to see the launch tonight. We're getting some amazing photos coming in from all across the East Coast, so we are thankful for that. And please keep them coming. We love to see what you're seeing. And again, as always, if you have questions, we'll be sure to answer them.
Swarm LOS.
All radars have LOS. LOS.
LOS just simply means loss of signal. Nothing to be concerned with. That's perfectly normal for this time. All right, folks, that is going to be it from Wallops Island tonight. Thank you so much for spending your evening with us. And for those of you that have a late start to school and work tomorrow, you can contact us for a wonderful excuse note that you were up watching a rocket launch. So I kid, but seriously, maybe not. All right, have a great night. Congratulations to the Kinetics launch team and all of the folks on the launch team. We are so excited for you. Have a great night from Wallops Island and have a pleasant Monday. Take care.